Thank you for participating in this study on passwords. In this training, I'm going to tell you a little bit about passwords, what makes a good password, and show you a three-step method to making unique, strong, and easy to recall passwords. Even with security advances in single sign on, multi factor authentication, and password managers, basic password security still remains the most common method of security access and is not likely to change anytime soon. So, what are the risks of creating poor passwords? According to IBM's Cost of Data Breach report in 2022, the average cost of a single data breach in the United States is among the highest in the world, coming in at almost $10 million for each data breach. And for individual users, having a single password breach can give criminals access to other accounts, your bank account, impact your employer, result in loss of personal information, affect credit scores, and much more. One technique that criminals use is called brute force attack. It's when criminals use a computer application to apply repeated trial and error to guess passwords. A brute force computer application could crack an 8-character password, such as the password Huckle1 exclamation point in only 6 hours. And the power and speed of computers is improving the efficiency of brute force attacks every year. Users have many passwords, and when they create them, they often use strategies to make them easy to recall because people often find complex passwords too difficult to remember. Coping strategies also include writing passwords down in wallets, notebooks, calendars, or digital lists because it allows users to create more complex passwords but presents great risk if an attacker discovers their recorded list. The stress and coping strategies that come with managing the growing number of passwords that people have to manage across many accounts is called password fatigue. Those who experience password fatigue often reuse the same password across many accounts. In fact, a 2018 examination of 10 websites by Stober and Biddle found that 43% of passwords were reused in multiple accounts. Research also shows that when not reusing passwords, users often reuse parts of passwords or make very small modifications for another account. Those modifications are often made at the beginning or end of passwords and include capitalization, a symbol, or a number. Brute force applications are evolving to adapt to such human behavior. NIST is the National Institute of Standards and Technology at the U.S. Department of Commerce. NIST helps people understand, manage, and reduce cybersecurity risk and protect networks and data. Previous password guidelines recommended complex passwords, passwords with a variety of letters, cases, numbers, and symbols. However, NIST password guidelines now recommend focusing on length to create strong passwords. A 2020 study by Coverstad et al. Found that 4-word passphrases provided strong passwords that were resistant to brute force attacks and suggested password salting to help people make each password unique. What is a passphrase and what is password salting? A passphrase is a longer password that is created by combining more than one word together. Examples of a couple 4-word passphrases are purple ducks fly straight or Forrest Gump likes shrimp. These passphrases would take a criminal using a brute force attack application between 7 and 251 years to crack. Passphrases alone can drastically improve password strength. But wait, you also need a way to alter your passphrase and make it unique for each site. Password salting is a method of making each password unique by including the service or site name in a password. And password distortion is applying a mathematical step or mark to make the final password less recognizable to prying eyes. Let's walk through a quick example of this 3-step method to creating very strong, unique, and easy to recall passwords. 4-word passphrases, salting, and distortion. Let's practice with an example of the 4-word passphrase, big cars go slow. When you create your 4-word passphrase, create one that has meaning to you and that you find easy to remember. You can use the same 4-word passphrase repeatedly across multiple accounts because you will use salting and distortion to alter your passphrase for each unique account in steps 2 and 3. Now you're ready to salt your password. Salting involves inserting the name of a website or organization you are creating the password for into your passphrase. You can decide where to place the name of the website or organization. In this example, the name of the fictitious website is Noodle, so the word Noodle was used to replace the second word of the passphrase. The password now becomes Big Noodle Go Slow, and we're ready for step 3, distortion. Apply distortion by creating your own basic mathematical mark. Add at least one special character and a number that changes. This example uses the number of characters in Noodle, which is 6, then it was multiplied by 3, an at symbol was inserted, and they were placed into the password just after the salted word. You can create your own distortion. What's important is that you add at least one number that changes with different salted words. The resulting password of Big Noodle 18 at Go Slow would take a brute force application approximately 1 million years to crack and provides a unique and easy to recall way to create strong passwords. Now you're ready to improve your password skills with a forward passphrase, salting, and distortion. What will be your unique forward passphrase?